We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the Baltimore Ravens. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
12 yards there and a first down.
Baltimore.
59,
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Ryan. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Second and 11 now.
From the gun, it's Ryan.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. Ryan now to throw on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
First down, Ravens.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And not much running room. Down to the 32. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Intended for Mark Andrews. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, they only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
40-yard.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Newton taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ball carrier.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Forced out to his left. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The ball carrier. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Play action. It's Newton. Pass caught left side by Humphries. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. From the 50, Newton. He'll buy some time right. Slings this deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
At the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, Newton. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And Washington has retaken the lead. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes this Washington 10. Ravens 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
They fake the give. Newton winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 77 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Ryan throwing middle, and and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards on the play. First down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
The ball carrier.
J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Operating from the gun, Ryan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Newton. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Cam on the option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he is unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
This time Ryan will throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a pickup of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
On for the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Marquise Brown on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
At the 22-yard line. It's a game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, Ryan, and he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance.